Salakia, this had to be a part two to this because, earlier I was doing this lesson. I did try to do two because I've been sitting on this lesson and, I had to run into the building to try to clock in. I was even late and I literally forgot to reset or start it back up when I did the video. Like, I'm thinking I saved the video, everything worked out. And when I go to upload it, it was like pretty much, it's only like the first half of it. So, you know, um, pretty much I'm continuing it. And, you know, I think I was in Isaiah chapter 44 and verse 3. Matter of fact, let me get that. Salakia. I'm still half tired. I got up at 1 o'clock fighting these demons. These demons out here for real, like turned up. I spoke on my dad yesterday, and then my sister I had talked to in 9 years called talking about some memorial and putting some shit up on the website where the funeral home where he basically was buried. So like on a wall to like just say yo. I'm like, man. So I come with scripture. These motherfuckers get offended, and this is a person that's supposed to believe in the Bible. That's how you know a lot of people gonna die. I was like, God damn it. Kind of spirits, whatever spirit was on my father must have been trying to fuck with me or something, jumped on her ass, because that shit was crazy. Isaiah 44 verse 3, and it says, for I will pour upon him, Salaki, for I will pour water upon him that is thirsty and floods upon the dry ground. I will pour my spirit upon thy seed and my blessing upon thine offspring. And, you can look at that as like, the valley of the dry bones, because the Lord, woke us up, with this knowledge, with this truth, what's the scripture in John to say the word quickeneth, which means going to basically make alive, and you see in that clip, that dude looked like he was on to death, about to die. And what? That water and rejuvenating him. And like I said again, to the point where it gave him strength. I was listening to the elders, like they amped up with these prophecies coming to pass. The elders is in the spirit, amped up, talking about, let's go. You know what I mean? Like the brother Amar used to say, let's go. Well, a lot of brothers say, let's go. You know what I mean? Because, that's camaraderie. Like, that's to amp you up. Let's go. May the Yahweh Shem Yahshua continue to send, plagues and judgment to this place. Crazy part is, I'm up here getting away with, listening to the videos. The Lord do everything for a reason. May the Lord, if it's, the Lord's will, I'll keep the job. If not, I know they looking at me, the devil's looking at me crazy because some crazy shit just happened. You know what I'm saying? But all that being said, and you're going to need, this word. That's why the elders promote having this word in you. That's why they promote doing the videos every day, because that's putting the word in you, giving you a better understanding, because these are the things that you're going to need in the days to come, What's that? Isaiah chapter 33 and verse 6. And it reads, wisdom and knowledge shall be this. And it says, and wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure. I would like to break down that word stability. But I probably don't have the time to. So, that's what you're going to lean upon, This is the book of Isaiah chapter 59 and verse 21. I don't know why I had put the... I didn't mean that, but let's go into the Isaiah 33 and verse 6. It says firmness, fidelity, steadfastness, steadiness. When he goes into faithfulness, truth, faithfully, office, faithfully, faith, stability. So if you are a part of the hopeful elect, this is going to be, a requirement, like that's going to give you what you need, the foundation to be able to, be able to deal with these upcoming times. Again, I know that these the heads and the elders apostles of the great millstone are men of the Lord, because they welcome in the destruction. You look at some of these other groups and they pretty much, because they got, the vested ties in this place, and they up there, that's why they don't want to teach on certain things. You know what I mean? I feel like the elders feel, like we don't have a vested interest in this place, so fuck this place. I at my last camp, I made a statement about, pretty much we in hurricane season. Hurricane season doesn't end until November 30th. So we got like a month and a half left. And I'm like, so it's basically safe to say that we're going to see another hurricane. And through the spirit, they talking about another one is developing. You got Nadine and one called Oscar. But, ultimately it's the will of the Lord if he wants to judge this place with another whirlwind or tempest. You know what I'm saying? But we so, full of zeal, and we want to see this place judged, because like Isaiah chapter 26 says, when the Lord's judgments are in the earth, then this place with no righteousness. Again, you see in this place, it's a righteous thing for people to fear the Most High. Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahushua, meaning Yahweh meaning he exists. Ba'Hashem meaning in the name. Yahweh Shah meaning he saves or he deliverer. The true names of the Most High God and His Son, who you ignorantly call God and Jesus Christ. It's a righteous thing. It's a righteous thing for people to call on the name. And then they don't even know the real name because they rejected the name of the Lord. Like the brothers were saying, you don't want to, like the brother Hawaii from North Carolina said, you don't want to call on to the Lord until it's too late. And then like saying, he said you see a Jake that literally sat for 20, 30 minutes or maybe an hour listening to you. Then you might see him 2 weeks from then. He told me he's going to come back out, and then he see you and try to pretty much hide from you. But you're not hiding from us. You're hiding from the Lord. And the scriptures say the Most High God's eyes are 10,000 times brighter than the sun. So the Lord, the Elohim, are seeing all things. They seeing everything. Everything that we're doing, men that call themselves in the truth, that they're doing behind closed doors, what they're doing off camera. And I'm not completely, like we the scriptures say our righteousness is filthy rags. So you can't really judge another brother. But you do supposed to, speak on certain things when a brother going off, and respect is a person's. And that's the thing. Respect is a person, like the brother Big Ock from Chicago said, is in judgment, But it seems like, again, I ain't gonna speak on it. At the end of the day, we all, scriptures tell you, seek out your own salvation with fear and trembling. Again, all things work to the good of for the Most High, to those that love Him. So, you gonna need this truth in these days to come. This is the book of what did I want? Because, look what's going on now. It says, this is the book of Isaiah, Luke chapter 23. I'm going to start at verse 29. It says, For behold, the days are coming in the which they shall say, blessed are the barren and the wombs that never bear and the paps which never gave suck. Because we about to go into the time of Jacob's trouble. Like I said, you had militias in North Carolina. I just read something that they told me there was a militia in Tennessee. So now these militia groups are starting to show themselves. The closer we get to this election. And like I said, I watched a brother go into that. It said pretty much these militias going to attack these politicians, these local governments, as far as your municipalities, like your city governments, your councilmen, your city employees, and they're going to attack you Jakes, you minorities. So that's why the elders is pretty much saying that we are in the beginning of Jacob's trouble. It says, verse 30, then shall they begin to say to the mountains, fall on us, and to the hills, cover us. Verse 31, for if they do these things in a green tree, what shall be done in the dry? And look at what's going on right now, where we still got the opportunity and ability to buy food, to walk around in public, to go out. I heard some disturbing news just recently about my peoples, and, he just blessed me. So I'm thinking, like, what just happened to him could have really took his life. So call Lord because he's not a wicked individual, but at the same time, he's wicked because he won't turn back to Yahweh Shem Shah. I threw up my prayers for my family, but at the same time, I have the understanding and the mindset that everybody ain't gonna get it. You know what I mean? Like, I've been left my family alone when I, basically went and jumped off, out into the wilderness, because I literally went into the wilderness, you know what I'm saying, and cut everything off. The brothers was pretty much my only family. You get what I'm saying? And at the same time, before I lose the truth, based on certain things, I would rather go ahead and, the elder Mawatasak from Ancient of Days made a statement in a recent video. He said, ain't no camp leader going to save you. Scriptures say, work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. The elder apostle Gabar made a statement. He said, some of the most wicked individuals you see is in the truth. And I ain't saying that I met wicked brothers, because I met some beautiful brothers from, the camp that I was in to brothers across the state. You see, like, just imagine how beautiful the kingdom gonna be. But we are in this weak ass flesh. So if they doing all this crazy, like fucked up shit, while you still have the opportunity to hear the word, you got grace and mercy. Just imagine when this shit just be completely lawlessness. It's the book of Proverbs chapter 10 and verse 11, and it reads, the mouth of a righteous man is a well of life. And what comes out of a well? Water. So, consider the prophets and the men of the Lord. I was watching a video today by the elder apostle Tahar, the beloved elder, made that same statement about the prophet is the Most High God's man, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai's man. And he said we liken ourselves onto prophets because we sleep, eat, and I don't want to say defecate, but we all things in our life revolve around the rest of the things in our life revolve around the truth, not the truth revolve around everything else. He made a statement about I forgot the one Jake that used to be a Sakari, but I can't pronounce his name, or I gotta hear it again. But he was saying how that Jake said pretty much off camera he got a life outside of this thing. But the elder corrected it and was like, well, I made the statement already. He said, no, our life is this truth. It says, verse 11 again, the mouth of a righteous man is a well of life, because it's going to uplift you. These scriptures give you life. Like that video show, that living water brought that man back to life. And like I said again, the more and more we see these prophecies being fulfilled, the more they amp us up and give us life. You ain't ready for this place to be destroyed. I heard the elder apostle Gabar, he said, because I'm sick and tired of this fucking place. And I can only imagine, because I don't have half the time he got in the truth. So just imagine his deep-seated hatred for this place, because I hate it. Verse 11 again, but violence covereth the mouth of the wicked. And the scriptures tell you the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. And as long as these people in rulership, the righteous is not going to, we going to just have this thing and hate this place. So I'm probably ending with this. This is the book of John, chapter 4, and verse, starting at 10. And Yahushua, no, I'm going to start at verse 9. John 4:9. Then saith the woman of Samaria unto him, how is it that thou, being a Jew, askest drink of me, which am a woman of Samaria? For the Jews have no dealings with the Samaritans. And when you go into that history, pretty much, I forgot exactly what Old Testament book is in. I think it's in the Chronicles or Kings, but pretty much, they had to send a Levite to the land, because pretty much all the Israelites taking out that land. And I forgot what king did it. And then they brought the heathen in that land. So, when you go to the history, you know that she was pretty much a heathen. He says, Yahushua answered and said unto her, if thou knewest the gift of the Most High, and who it is that saith to thee, give me to drink, thou wouldst have asked of him, and he would have given thee living water. So she, mixing up, he asked her for a drink of physical water, but he like, well, if you knew who you is basically talking to, and what I can give you, the water that you'll never thirst for again, this living water. So when these people are dried up, when these different things, these plagues and, different prophecies really start being fulfilled and come to pass. Like I was listening to Elder Apostle Gabar, he was like, he could see things really starting to take shape and shit hitting the fan within the next couple months. And I could see some shit going down too, because after this election, a lot of shit gonna go downhill. You know what I mean? And I ain't talking about, because they say uphill is worse and downhill is easier, but it's gonna go downhill because that's when this devil gonna come down with great wrath. Verse 11, the woman saith unto him, Sir, thou hast nothing to draw with, and the well is deep. From whence this hast thou that living water? Verse 12, art thou greater than our father Jacob, which gave us the well and drank thereof himself and his children and his cattle? Verse 13, and Yahweh answered and said unto her, whosoever drinketh this water shall thirst again. But whosoever drinketh of the water that I shall give him shall never thirst, but the water that I shall give him shall be in him a well of water springing up into everlasting life. And that's, this truth, this knowledge, this wisdom and understanding, the things that you're going to need in the days to come. I'm going to finish it with Isaiah chapter 33 and verse 6, and it reads, again, it says, and wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and the strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, is his treasure. And, basically, these words are going to be like, to give us hope for salvation. So if you're so-called Black, Hispanic, Native American, Seminole Indian, West Indian, or Haitian, I implore you to come back to the laws, statutes, and commandments of your power, whose true name in the Hebrew is Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, or you will be destroyed. With that, I want to give all praise, all honor, all glory to call Loyim La Yahweh Bashem Yahushua Bashem. I'm going to say double honors to the elders, to the apostles of the great millstone who do teach and rule well. Peace and salutations to the Akim across the four corners of the earth, pushing this truth with faith and with sincerity, as well as risking their lives and the freedom to do so, not more so than ever. Shalom to the Akim and the Aquath out there listening and learning. Lord, willingly, this was edifying. Shalom to the Israelite foreigners scattered abroad in the land of other nations, appearing like the other nations, but whom subscribe to this truth to you. I say shalom. Till next time I'm able to come with another lesson, I'm going to say shalom, shalom, Kwam Yashar Allah, and Mawath Lababal, shalom.